Have you been wondering what the top cities in Colorado in 2022 are? Well, in today's video, I'm going over exactly that, so go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. Today we're going over exactly that, but before we get started, you guys know the drill. I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state of Colorado. Number is popping up as well as my email, so you guys can feel free to reach out to me. I help people just like you relocate to the Denver, Colorado area. And if you're not quite ready to reach out yet, but you still want tons and tons of information from these videos, go ahead and subscribe. I post videos just like this one every Monday and Wednesday at 5, so you guys can get tons of free content there. But let's get started in today's video. Guys, getting right into it, we are going to be reading off basically a list that Forbes came out with in October of 2022. So not too far away about the top 12 places in Colorado to live. We are only going to be talking about the top 3, but I am going to give you 2 extras. So the first one is going to be Greeley. I'm not going to go into super detail about these 2 extra ones, but it is number 5 on their list. And then just to give you a little bit of information on where it's located and things like that, it is on the northern side, somewhat close to Fort Collins, probably about 45 minutes from Fort Collins and about an hour from downtown Denver. So it is pretty decently close-ish, I would say. It's kind of a little bit out of the way. Population's probably, let's see, do they have that in here? Oh, awesome, 110,000. So not quite big enough in my opinion for what I'm looking for, but if you are looking for that smaller town feel, Greeley might be a really amazing option for you. Also, when it comes to the median house price point, it's $544,000. So, and when I mention the other 3 that we're gonna go over, you'll be able to see the difference in prices and probably why Greeley is definitely one of those top ones, and its proximity to the mountains and things like that. But I digress. We'll move on to one more. We're going to talk about Grand Junction. Grand Junction is quite far away from Denver, Colorado, but again, it is on their top 5 list. It is number 4 on there, and the median house price point is $478,000. So definitely a lot cheaper, but you are going to be pretty far away. I think that's at least 6 hours away from Denver. So you're definitely, it's right on the cusp of Utah and Colorado. So if you want to be closer to that way, definitely way more west, go ahead and check out Grand Junction. Number 3, we are going to be talking about, well, pretty much the next 3 are going to be what we call the Colorado I-25 corridor. So that is starting from Fort Collins down to Denver, down to Colorado Springs. And luckily for us, number 3 is Colorado Springs. Just to give you guys a little bit of information about Colorado Springs and the population there, it is almost 500,000 people in Colorado Springs, and it is growing there every single day. Definitely a completely different market than the Denver area, so keep that in mind too. The price points are definitely cheaper out there in Colorado Springs, but it is a whole different vibe. If you guys want me to do a video all about Colorado Springs, I would love to do that. Go ahead and comment down below if you guys want something like that. But Colorado Springs is definitely a little bit more, I don't want to say small town, but there's still a lot of growth to happen. It is not as built out as Denver is, so keep that in mind. And then they also do have a couple other stats here that I would love to tell you guys. So average income in Colorado Springs is $67,000, almost $68,000, so that's amazing. Tons of job opportunity, I would say. Don't quote me on this, but I would assume, because it is being built out so much, that Colorado Springs has tons of construction job opportunities for you guys. But definitely keep that in mind and do your own research if that's something that you're looking for. And then they also, what I hear people love about Colorado Springs, and I'm sure that's why it's on the top 3 on their list here for Forbes, is it is super, super close to the mountains. So if you guys like to just head out into the mountains on the weekends, Colorado Springs is an amazing place for you, and then it also offers, again, lower price points for housing, so it is a little bit more affordable, which is absolutely amazing. But what I noticed through driving through Colorado Springs and what I've had other people tell me in the past is that they just love the mountain views that they get. I mean, your house is literally like in a crevice basically of a mountain, so it's super, super gorgeous out there, but it definitely doesn't have as many amenities that the Denver area, Denver metro suburbs kind of thing has, so just keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about Colorado Springs. But we will go into the next one now, and ding ding ding, Denver. Denver's number 2 on the list of top places to live in Colorado. I could go on and on forever about Denver, but we'll do a little bit of the stats here. So you have 700,000 people in the population of Denver, and I'm sure it's probably a little bit more than that even. So you are definitely bigger than some like Greeley, even Grand Junction and Colorado Springs. It is the largest, you know, metro suburb city situation in Colorado, so keep that in mind. Something I do love about Denver is depending on where you are in Denver, you could definitely have that immersive city life if that's something that you want. But then you could also have, depending on what city around Denver you decide to live in, you could have a very small town feel, in my opinion. Coming from Phoenix, where the population is like 8 million people, I'm used to a lot of people, and where I lived, it wasn't a small town or anything, but the following town was. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I live in Southeast Aurora now. It's not really small town, definitely smaller than living in the city. And then you could also consider Castle Rock. I've had a lot of people, because it is kind of its little own island in a way, you get that small town feel. Elizabeth would be another really amazing option. Definitely pretty far southeast from Denver. You're probably looking about an hour, but it's not as bad as you might think. And you still get amazing prices and amazing, like a small town feel, because there's not a lot to do, but 45 minutes away to an hour, you have anything and everything that you could think of. So that's something to keep in mind. Medium home price here in Denver is $637,000. Keep in mind, Denver is massive, so these price points, depending on what city you decide to look in, could definitely vary. And also that's, I'm assuming, it doesn't say here, but I'm assuming that's single family home. There are condos, townhomes, those kind of things that will definitely be under that $600,000 price point for you. So keep that in mind. You could be as low as $400,000 for a condo townhome situation in, like, say, Southeast Aurora, even $500,000. I mean, guys, I'm not going to go too much into detail in this video, but there are some crazy amazing deals right now, even in my neighborhood, where even last 6 months ago, we'll say this house would have probably sold for $800,000, and you know, now if I sold it, I probably wouldn't get that much. And there's houses in my neighborhood in one of the top school districts in Colorado, Cherry Creek School District. Again, I always say, disclaimer, don't take my word for it. Go ahead, click the links below if schools are super important to you, because I do not have kids and I do not have anyone around me that's going to school. I just get that information from those links, and then also from past clients. But in a top school district, homes that are going for $500,000, single family homes, nice homes. So there's a lot of opportunity out here right now, is my point. Average income in Denver is 73 almost thousand, so that's amazing. Tons and tons of job opportunity here in Denver. One of the largest tech hubs in Colorado, if not like really the only tech hub in Colorado, and in the Midwest area, we are one of the largest tech hubs. So there's tons and tons of tech opportunity and just job growth in general, which is absolutely amazing. Going on to the final thing, we are talking Fort Collins. Fort Collins is so cute. It is definitely college town if you are interested in that. Going into details on population, 168,000. So literally like 1/7 or maybe 2/7. I'm not good at math, guys. I'm good at being a realtor, but I'm not good at like those fractions. Anyways, Fort Collins is a lot smaller than Denver, so if you're looking for a smaller feel but still want to be close to Denver, Fort Collins is obviously an amazing opportunity for you. They also have amazing home prices and they're close to the mountains. So home pricing, 600 and we'll say 30,000. So not too much off Denver. Something to keep in mind with Fort Collins, one, because it's on this list, I'm sure the pricing is gonna just maybe go up a little bit more because everyone's saying, you know, it's like a hidden gem. Once they find the hidden gem, the prices just skyrocket from there. But Fort Collins doesn't have tons and tons of housing, so I could assume that it might be a little bit more difficult in any market to find a house in Fort Collins. So keep that in mind if you are interested in Fort Collins. If you are interested in any of these places that I have mentioned outside of Denver, I definitely have people that you can contact for those. So go ahead, still reach out to me if you are interested in those areas. But a little bit more again about Fort Collins. Average income is $70,000. So just like a little bit off from Denver, which is absolutely amazing. I'm sure there's tons and tons of growth opportunities there. Again, it is a college town. So if you've ever been to a college town or looked at homes in a college town, it's typically pretty competitive, whether it be housing or jobs. But I'm sure there's tons of opportunity for you guys if you are interested in that. And then again, with Fort Collins location wise, you're probably about 45 minutes from Denver, so not too bad, maybe an hour-ish, just depends on the day and the traffic. But you still have all the necessities that you would need of the Denver location. So that is amazing. And then also you get to be super close to the mountains because you're not too far from Estes Park. You're not too far from like Boulder and things like that. So again, Fort Collins is amazing if you like to just hop over to the mountains for the weekend or whatever the case may be. There's tons of trails there. And I'm assuming that's probably why, again, Fort Collins is a #1 place, is because it's a little bit more small town feel, which people in Colorado absolutely love. A lot of the times, not necessarily super small town feel for myself. I'm definitely a suburb girl. I'm not city, but I'm not small town, so I'm right in the middle. But Fort Collins, if you're looking for a smaller town, college feel, everybody knows everybody kind of thing, I think that Fort Collins would be amazing for you guys. So go ahead and think about those 3 cities that I mentioned, or even the other ones that I mentioned today too, if you're thinking about moving to the Colorado area in 2022 and 2023. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you got some information from it. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want more videos just like this, I post every Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. So go ahead and subscribe. But until next time, guys, I am a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state of Colorado, and I love helping you guys relocate here. So my number and email are popping up. I would love to chat. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.